Natural disaster is any calamitous occurrence generated by the effect of natural phenomena that produces great loss of human life or destruction of the natural environment, private property, or public infrastructure. A natural disaster may be caused by weather and climate events and other occurrences that originate at Earth's surface or within the planet itself. No spot on Earth is immune from a natural disaster. However, certain type of disasters are often limited to or occur more frequently in specific geographic regions. Now let's discuss various forms of natural disasters one by one. Volcanic eruption. A volcanic eruption is when gas and lava are released from a volcano. A volcano is an opening in the Earth's surface that allows magma, which is the hot liquid and semi liquid rock, volcanic ash, and gases to escape. Some volcanic eruptions are explosive and others are not. The explosivity of an eruption depends on the composition of the magma. If the magma is thin and runny, gases can escape easily from it. When this type of magma erupts, lava flows rarely kill people, as they flow slowly enough for people to get out of their way. But if magma is thick, gases cannot escape easily. Pressure builds up and gases escape violently and explode. When volcanoes erupt, it can cause disastrous loss of life and property, especially in the heavily populated areas. Thunderstorm. A thunderstorm, also known as electrical storm or a lightning storm, is a violent, short-lived weather disturbance that is almost always associated with lightning, thunder, dense cloud, heavy rain or hail, and strong winds. Thunderstorms arise when layers of warm, moist air rise to the cooler region of the atmosphere. The warm air becomes cooler, which causes moisture to form small water droplets, a process called condensation. The cooled air drops lower in the atmosphere, warm, and rises again. This circuit of rising and falling air is called a convection cell. If this happens with a large amount of air and moisture, a thunderstorm can form. All thunderstorms are dangerous and produce lightning because of electrical charge in the clouds. As the charge density increases, a lightning bolt strikes the earth. Blizzard. A blizzard is a severe snowstorm characterized by strong sustained winds and low visibility, lasting for a prolonged period of time, typically at least 3 to 4 hours. A ground blizzard is a weather condition where snow is not falling, but loose snow on the ground is lifted and blown by strong winds. Blizzards can have an immense size and usually stretch to hundreds or thousands of kilometers. Blizzards can kill, cause traffic accidents, and bring cities to a halt. Tsunami. A tsunami is a series of waves in a water body with periods ranging from minutes to hours and sometimes reaching the height of over 100 feet on the land and caused by the displacement of a large volume of water, generally in an ocean or a large lake. Earthquakes, volcanic eruption, and other underwater explosions above or below water all have the potential to generate a tsunami. A tsunami can kill or injure people, damage or destroy buildings and infrastructure, cause flooding, and disrupt transportation, power, communication, and the water supply. Earthquake, also known as quake, tremor, or trembler, earthquake is any sudden shaking of the ground caused by the passage of seismic waves through Earth's rocks. Seismic waves are produced when some form of energy stored in the Earth's crust is suddenly released because of the movements or clash of tectonic plates. Tectonic plates are massive, irregularly shaped slabs of solid rocks that lie beneath both the land and oceans of our planet. The intensity of the earthquake, that is, the amount of energy released during an earthquake, is measured by the Richter scale. Landslide. A landslide, also known as landslips, is defined as a movement of a mass of rock, debris, or earth down a slope. It includes a wide range of ground movements such as rock falls, mud flows, and debris flows. The landslide can be triggered by events like heavy rainfall, an earthquake, or slope cut to build a road, mining, and deforestation, etc. The impact of landslide can be extensive, including loss of life, destruction of infrastructure, damage to land, and loss of natural resources. Landslide material can also block rivers and increase the risk of floods. Tornado. Tornado is a violently rotating column of air touching the ground, usually attached to the base of a thunderstorm. Tornadoes are nature's most violent storms. Generating from the powerful thunderstorms, tornadoes can cause fatalities and devastate a neighborhood in seconds. Winds of a tornado may reach up to 300 miles per hour. Tornadoes can destroy buildings and trees and disrupt transportation, power, water, gas, and other services. Extremely high winds tear homes and businesses apart. Winds can also destroy bridges, flip trains, send cars and trucks flying, tear the bark of trees, and suck all the water from a riverbed. High winds sometimes kill or injure people by rolling them along the ground or dropping them from dangerous heights. Flood. A flood is an overflow of water that submerges land that is usually dry. Floods can happen during heavy rains, when ocean waves come on the shore, when snow melts quickly, or when dams break. Floods can occur within minutes or over a long period and may last days, weeks, or longer. Flooding of areas used for social economic activities produces a variety of negative effects such as loss of human life, property, and infrastructure damage, road closure, erosion, landslide risk, crop destruction, threat to aquatic species, health risk due to water contamination, housing displacement, and economic impacts. Drought. Drought is a prolonged dry period in the natural climate cycle that can occur anywhere in the world. It is a slow onset disaster characterized by the lack of precipitation, that is, lack of rain, resulting in water shortage. Drought can have a serious impact on health, agriculture, economies, energy, and the environment. Water conservation is the best way to deal with a situation like drought. Sand and dust storms. Sand and dust storms usually occur when strong winds lift large amounts of sand and dust from bare, dry soils into the atmosphere. It tends to happen most frequently in sandy areas such as desert. Such storms are usually caused by thunderstorms or strong pressure cyclones which increase wind speed over a wide area. Exposure to sandstorm causes cough, eye irritation, and respiratory disorder. Sand and dust storm also impacts agricultural sector by reducing crop yields, loss of plant tissue, and reduced photosynthesis activity, increasing soil erosion and accelerating the process of land degradation, and also affects quality of water and air. Avalanche. During an avalanche, a mass of snow, rock, ice, soil, and other materials slides swiftly down a mountainside. Avalanches of rocks or soil are often called landslides. Snowslides are the most common kind of avalanche where snow flows down a slope such as a hill or mountain. There are numerous reasons for the coming of avalanche like heavy snowfall, steeper slopes, earthquake, direction of the winds, movements or vibration produced by machines and explosive, deforestation, and sometimes even winter sports activities. Avalanches can affect humans by damaging utilities and communication. A powerful avalanche can even destroy buildings. When an avalanche stops, the snow becomes solid like concrete and people are unable to dig out. People caught in avalanches can die from suffocation, trauma, or hypothermia. Cyclones. Cyclones refers to the large system of winds that circulates around a center of low atmospheric pressure in a clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere and counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere. A cyclone is caused by the atmospheric disturbances and is usually accompanied by violent storms and severe weather conditions. Cyclones originate over the sea and travel about 300 to 500 km a day. A fully matured cyclone releases energy equivalent to few hydrogen bombs. The diameter of a cyclone varies from 150 to 1000 kilometers. Cyclones can cause damage to infrastructure, loss of lives, uprooting trees, coastal areas being exposed to floods, eroding soil, etc. Ice storm. An ice storm is a winter weather event caused by the significant accumulation of freezing rain on exposed surfaces like buildings, houses, cars, trees, roadways, etc. Freezing rain occurs when precipitation falling as snow encounter a layer of warm air, melts, and then continue falling as rain through a thin layer of freezing air before coming in contact with the ground, structure, and other objects, and freeze on contact, creating a glaze of ice on all surfaces. Freezing rain resulting in ice accumulation of 0.25 inch or more is categorized as an ice storm and will impact travel, resulting in damage to structure and trees and cause power failure. Limnic eruption. A limnic eruption, also known as Lake Overturn, is a very rare type of natural disaster in which dissolved carbon dioxide suddenly erupts from deep lake waters, forming gas cloud capable of suffocating wildlife, livestock, and humans. A limnic eruption may also cause tsunami as the rising carbon dioxide displaces water. Scientists believe earthquakes, volcanic activity, and other explosive events can trigger limnic eruptions. Lakes in which such activities occur are referred to as limnically active lakes or exploding lakes. Natural disasters can strike anywhere at any time, risking people's livelihoods. Preparedness and effective planning are needed in order to eliminate the impacts of a natural disaster. Disaster risk reduction, sometimes called disaster risk management, is a systematic approach to identifying, assessing, and reducing the risk of disasters. It aims to reduce social economic vulnerabilities as well as dealing with the environmental and other hazards that triggers them. Warning system, safe buildings and well-established aid service can contribute to come through an extreme natural event and recover as quickly as possible. I hope you found this video informational. Thanks for watching.